Aloha, everyone. Hello, hello. How are you all doing? It's been a little while, huh? It feels weird to take 2 days off and then come back. Hi, Andrik. Hi, Ime. Let's see, who else was hiding? Who else was hiding and popped in? Hi, Faulty. Hi, Twitch. Hi, Flame. I have no idea what you mean. I was not totally up to 7 a.m. playing Final Fantasy. I don't totally have ginger lemon tea to soothe my throat. No, I have no idea. There we go. Y'all doing well? Yeah. You saw nothing. You did not perceive. Yeah. It's really weird having a schedule that's kind of set. Those 2 days off and then coming back, it was yeah, I feel a little bit rusty, a little bit out of it. I need to like stream 24 hours straight every day. I am not lying. I'm merely obscuring the truth. uh, so, with a low Oreo just in time. No, Oreo's eating me and I'm getting called out. But I had to do my MSQs. It had to be done. There's a long list of things that need to be done. All right. So, for those who are new here, my name is Eldechii, the Eldritch Chicken. I focus mostly on horror games of both the supernatural and eldritch variety, but we sometimes play some other horror games coming in. Today, we are going back to Spirit Hunter. Now, it's been a while since we played this. Left off, I don't know, not a month, like 2, 3 weeks ago. It's been a hot minute. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to get into the game. And I'm going to go ahead and read through the journal that the game has to kind of refresh us all what happened and what we're doing. All right. And so let us switch over here. As the game itself. Let me make sure the audio is good. Everyone can hear everything fine. It's not too quiet. And while I'm here, I have also set up some new redeems for you to play with. Now, try not to abuse it too much because they are noise redeems, so you can spook me as well as throw eggs and stuff at me. You get a little chicken cluck sound there too. Oops, all jump scares. Yeah. I might have those turned off. I might have those turned off in the future when we are doing games like Deathmark, just because they could be very disrupting when I'm trying to read out to people. And I mean, if I'm in the middle of a sentence and someone decides to throw an egg or have a jump scare scream at me, that kind of can really mess up the atmosphere. But for now, I'll have those set there, and you can play with them as you see fit. Aloha. What's the community goal set at? We're doing bleeding heck 91% people. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure something out for that 24-hour stream. 95%. Oreo, thank you for your donation to that goal. Just 1,500 left to go, and then 24 hours. Yay! We'll make that an event for sure. Oh, bleeding hell, turtle. Well, congratulations, everyone. The 24-hour stream is on the table. That's going to happen at some point in the future. I will set that up and find a nice day to slot that, and I'll make an announcement. Maybe I'll even make a poll to see what we're going to do. No, I'm not doing it now. Jesus, I have things to do tomorrow. What's that ever-present chance of being egged? All right. I'm going to get into the game because that's enough yapping. Maybe more yap in the future, but for now... Ah! Thanks for the egg, Oreo. We have a game to play. Okay. Cujo Mansion. I believe this is the latest one. And get some of my tea going there. The thing I've learned about playing this game is that I really want some tea for my throat, because dang, this is rough on the throat when you're reading for that many hours. I'm trying to see. Okay, where's the journal? All right. So we'll start from, let me just make sure, at the very beginning, and I'll read through. Yeah, cause the reading. Today is the horror visual novel stream, so we read. 1 second, I just click. Okay, no, I can't just click this to go to the very beginning. Okay. Hello there. Okay, perfect. So we'll read through this to kind of bring us all up to date on what happened. Normally I would only read like the latest chapter, but I'm going to read the whole thing just because it's been a hot minute and we have new people here. Rumors of the Mark. Strange rumors in H City say, those who bear the mark will die. A strange scar appears on your body suddenly. It's caused by curses or unexpected contact with ghosts. And it is said, heralds your upcoming death. I soon find that I have the same scar on my arm. That's not all. Looks like is that? Yeah, okay, that's it. Cujo Mansion. I blanked out for some reason after I noticed the scar. The next I know, I'm in front of a strange building called Cujo Mansion. There I find the corpse of a victim of the mark, one Seiya Cujo, as well as a talking doll. 2 more mark bearers are added to our number, and we decided to uncover the cause of the mark. To do that, we'll investigate a ghost story. Rumors of Hanahiko. A ghost story whispered throughout H City's schools say that when you look into a specific mirror, a strange child appears. The rumors say you must never answer yes to Hanahiko's question, and for some reason, he hates adults. To find out if the rumors are true, we head to the abandoned school where Mo received her mark. Black Rabbit. A mysterious black rabbit appeared in front of us out of nowhere. It's funny, but we've encountered so many strange things already that an odd bunny doesn't faze me at all. Though this paralyzing dread might be a bit concerning. Anyways, first we have to find that mirror. Hanahiko, the boy in the mirror. Like the rumor said, a ghost boy appeared. We answered some of his questions, then the mirror broke and he vanished. No more big people here, he said, like he was chasing something, and then we heard a horrible scream. It came from the opposite end of the school. It sounded familiar. The mysteries didn't end there. I heard a whisper in my ear that said, "Purify with red." What was that eerie voice? Maybe everything that's going on is making me go crazy. Regardless, first we need to find the cause of that scream. Plantified guard. The guard we met at the school gate was one who screamed. He burst out of the staff room covered in growing plants of all things, and the pain was driving him mad. Did a spirit do this? It must have been Hanahiko. Which means, inside the staff room is... But we have to keep going. Secrets of the underground room. Chased by Hanahiko, we fled into the underground room to find several skeletons wrapped in those vines. A spirit of one of the victims showed me a vision of the past. a disgusting image of a woman dying entangled in roses. She was likely one of Hanahiko's victims, just like that guard. Even more surprising, a guy named Mashida was hiding in there. The ex-detective explained all the victims were staff at the school or their family. Why did they have to die in such a cursed death? What's concerning is a notebook Mashida found in the room. It is claimed that some kind of tutoring was going on in there. The tutor was the principal, and the pupil was his adopted son. The delicate boy loved to dress up in skirts. Under the pretense of correcting bad habits, numerous twisted actions were performed on the boy in that room. He grew weaker and weaker. His teachers should have noticed. So were they just pretending ignorance? Roses covered the underground room and the school. The thorns that shot like bullets at Mashida. If the boy in the notebook turned into a monster, is there a way to repel a spirit with a grudge like that? And the voice rang out in my head again. What did it mean by, their blood denies him? Continued investigation of the school. We found a ring of keys that we think the guard dropped. Now we can investigate the classrooms that were locked. But before we left, Mary, she said it was impossible to kill the dead. We'll have to do just everything in our power to find information on the keys or a way to repel the spirit before dawn comes. Blood-stained umbrella. The wire umbrella used for students' research and the plastic sheet dyed black from the corpse's blood. There's no point in using it as an umbrella, but if one person opens it, another could cover it with the sheet. The blood of the dead. In other words, something that's close to the spirit. If we use it against him, it may work, like a shield of blood. Last stand. Time simply passes while we have no clue where Mo is. My partner is acting strange too, like his memories are deteriorating. Why does it feel like death is closing in? We've nowhere to run. My only choice is to face the spirit using information and tools I've gathered, and... Is my partner for the shadow okay with that? My partner for the showdown okay with that? Plus, how am I going to deal with the threat of the thorn? I've heard so many riddles, but I don't know what they mean. And the latest whisper, purify with sea salt water first. What's that about? I guess I'll have to do that before anything else. I have to think this through in order to survive. Mashida's collection of articles. 1990X. The principal of H Elementary, Mr. A, reported to the local police that his son, age 9, was missing. The police organized a huge search, even into the forest by H Castle, but were unable to locate him. Mr. A was famous for helping out at the orphanage, and his missing son was adopted from there. I'm going to take a little sip here. Public information on the missing persons case. The boy's physical characteristics are height, 3 feet 2 inches, small and slender, has short hair and was wearing a white shirt and navy shorts when he went missing. Often mistaken for a girl, usually seen playing with girls and enjoying wearing makeup. Always carries toy makeup with him in his pouch. Post-instant gossip article. Mr. A, the lost child's father, has resigned from his post as principal of H Elementary and is moving out of H City. A man of importance in this area, he's been plagued with slander that has affected his family. Some rumors claim that he is a pedophile or question his sexuality. Those horrible accusations ignore his human rights. An article on the boy's background. After the missing boy's mother passed away, he was placed in an orphanage. Having no other family, the two were extremely close. A neighbor shares. One day, the boy wore his mother's makeup to show his friends only to be teased and bullied by them. And his mother washed up with her mirror, had him look in it, and told him he was cute. Other articles relate to the disappearance. Many people disappeared between when the boy went missing and the schools closed. Among them are the boy's homeroom teacher and that woman I saw in the underground room. There is a theory that he may have sought help from adults while he was being abused, with no success. After death, his angry despair created Hanahiko, the spirit that attacks adults. That was the first one. So that was the first mystery, Hanahiko, the plant-based ghost. And then it is Shimio. Let me just find out the beginning of Shimio here. I think this is where it begins. This one? No. Even before them. Okay. I think this is the beginning of this one. The forest in Shimio. The forest is shrouded by strange events, suicides and body dumping and the like. It scared off the casual visitor. Only the occasional test of courage brings a foolish kid inside. The paths are shaded at all hours with thick trees, so it's easy to become lost. Among the rumors swirling about this forest is one of a bizarre man. Known as the Spotted Man, or Shimio, he's covered in dark splotches and asks all he meets if they like bees. If they say yes, he attacks them with laughing maniacally. He sounds like your standard crazy, but I guess he's the next spirit we'll have to face. At any rate, we'll have to head to the forest to investigate. Man at the brink of suicide. As we walk past the grave marker, an agitated man named Masao Kimarura appears. Once we get him to calm down, he calls off his plans to kill himself. Before he leaves, he mentions seeing a man covered in dark splotches. I wonder if he's still around. We should keep moving. Corpse in the cottage. We find a corpse in the burlap sap in a cottage in the forest. The strange body is completely covered in what appears to be honey. It doesn't look like suicide, but who would do this? And why? The cottage is oddly clean, so someone might be coming here every day. Could it be the culprit? I found a sprayer that can shoot a variety of liquids. Then I hear the strange ghost-like voice again. Manipulators will themselves be manipulated. It keeps coming out of nowhere and surprising me, but I must admit it has never once lied to me. Maybe it's not actually an evil spirit. Mysterious shrine. As we are investigating the forest, the black rabbit appears. I quickly chase after it and arrive at an old, leaning torii gate. Is the Shinto shrine past it? I'd love to investigate, but hives all over the gate ward off intruders. We'll have to look elsewhere for now. We quiet the bees with the spray and find a second cottage further in the forest. No corpse inside this time, but a living woman named Christy Aramura, a former news anchor. Seems she came to commit suicide, but getting caught up with us and our circumstances changed her mind. Oddly enough, she already bears the mark. What irony. She most likely got her mark from Shimio. While we're discussing it, the flashlight goes out. It's not malfunctioning. It's just like with Hanahiko. A presence is closing in on the cottage. We'll have to get out of here. We have no time to explore and definitely can't get lost. The shortest route back to the forest entrance is the only way. Somehow we get to the car and get the car started, and we speed out of the forest. Before we make it out, we spot two men. One of them familiar. It was Kimura. His neck twisted awkwardly. He seemed dead. The man beside him was smiling. Was that Shimio? The disembodied voice says, "Control those that are different, and exercise them." Easy for them to say. How do I even do that? Temporary retreat. We learn another truth on our drive back to the mansion. Mishida, who escaped the mark once already, now has it again. It appeared when I saw that what we think is Shimio. It's true then. The spirits are the ones cursing people with the mark. But it's beyond me why Mishida would risk his life to learn more about the mark. He must have some kind of reason. Back at the mansion, Christy tells us of an incident in the forest she reported on back when she was an anchor. 5 years ago, A group of people calling themselves the Honey Bee family lived cut off from society deep in the forest. That is, until one day, when they mysteriously committed mass suicide. Now reports said they became disillusioned with society and followed their leader's orders to die, but the police investigation was inconclusive. The problem lies with the appearance of the leader, who said to have died with them. Christie says pictures show him to be a giant, obese man. The mass suicide caused the forest to quickly become deserted. This honeybee family group concerns me. There are traces of their presence everywhere in the forest. If we want to survive any unexpected dangers or chance encounters with Shimio, we need to be careful to not overlook a single detail in this investigation. We discover a horrific bee farm with corpses strung up as beehives. Body fluids and honey mix, dripping from the corpses. It's disgusting, but we could easily fill a vial with how much there is. But morbid thoughts need to wait. My mark warns me the time is short. Will the amnesia get worse? Shimio could be closing in on us right now. We have to hurry. Kimura turns up in another cottage, dead, his corpse covered in gruesome holes dug out by a sharp object. It is now a beehive. Aloha. Who chucked that thing at me? Probably Natra, because there's no mark there. Why the hell would someone use a human body for that? This whole thing is insane, and tomorrow I could be next. Then I hear the voice again. Daze the swarm. Then you'll be safe. Who knows what we found with the corpse means? Someone stares from the darkness, and I feel them drawing near. Going by the state of my partner's mind, the spirit will attack soon. I doubt we'll be able to escape Shimio by fleeing the forest, so we'll just have to use the information we've uncovered so far to face him down. To do that... Hey, Natra. We're currently reading through the recap of what happened since it's been a hot minute since we last played this game. Facing Shimio. The key may be the whisper of control those that are different and exercise. It probably means to combine those things. Shimio has the bees helping him, so I should prioritize them. Daze the swarm. Could I draw their attention somehow? Maybe my bag has something to affect the bees from a distance. He's basically a zombie, so how to weaken him? A normal attack with a bat or a gun would be useless. What I wouldn't give to have some kind of occult gear that can raise the dead. How to annihilate the spirit? Burn it with fire? Maybe something more cowardly like poison. Regardless, I need to consider everything carefully in order to survive. The spirit vanishes and a honey-covered notebook lies on the ground. A certificate is pasted firmly on the first page. Registration of the non-profit Honey Bee family, with an address within each city. It was signed 8 years ago. Their goal is environmental protection of honeybees and their habitats. Their leader name is Shinzao Maru, so that's Shimio's true name. The pages after that are full of incoherent ramblings. Most is about members of the honeybee family and the torment they endured from society. It's as if the family's pent-up resentment spews out from every word. The further I read, the more I notice there's a weird shift in the writing. The deeper into the pages I go, the more childish and nonsensical it turns. Journal record. XX. Found another suicide victim. The divine wrath is accelerating. XX. Spoke with the voice at the shrine again. Divine wrath comes. Must love bees more. Or no promised land. That's no good. A traitor among the family. Disinherited. Sacrificed. Shrine. And me happy. Hate the police. Almost ready to discard body. Soon. Soon. Last day. Everyone went to promised land. So why am I the only only. Oh, body, not enough holes. Need more. About the end of Shimio. For whatever reason, Shimio didn't die during the family's mass suicide. I wonder why. Does that mean the voice from the shrine wasn't a hallucination, and some kind of divine wrath turned him into a monster? And the traitor policeman from the journal, it must somehow be related to Mishita. No time to check now. Alright, that was Shimio. So Hanayomi is next. Excuse me. Rumors of Hanayomi. With the end of the 90s, online infrastructure has advanced the popularity of certain widely used BBS. Hanayomi is an urban legend that sprung up from that BBS. It goes as follows. Certain telephone booths in each city will let you talk to ghosts. If you go inside one and wait, the phone will suddenly ring. Pick it up, and you'll hear a strange lip-smacking noise. A woman will ask, "Have you seen it?" Rumors say you're supposed to reply with, "I haven't seen it." She'll respond with, "What do you want to see?" Someone actually followed the instructions and was able to find a missing pet. What a strange tale. A lot of people are interested in this ghost, wanting to find things or people who have become lost, but not a single one has ever mentioned getting a mark from her. But the circumstances seem to imply this spirit gave the mark to Ita and Suzu. Plus, why is the spirit called a bride? If she appears as a bride, then someone must have seen her. 3 phone boxes in each city let you speak with a ghost. One seems to be the one that Ita and Suzu used. It shouldn't take long to reach the other 2 by car. I'm concerned about the statues stolen from each shrine too. If Hanayomi really can tell us where they are, that would save us a lot of time. There's only one way to find out. Doing fairly well, Twitch. Got my ginger honey, well, not honey, I don't do honey, but my ginger lemon tea. But yeah, it's to soothe the throat and just recapping. The second phone box. In the booth is a poster looking for info on a crime that happened nearby. The phone rings while I'm distracted. Just like the rumors, when I pick it up, a woman answers, smacking her lips. But I can't get info on the statues from here. For some reason, she's behaving different from what we were told to expect. Then there's one more telephone booth. We better check it out too. The third phone box. Hanayomi's acting even more strangely than before. She seems anxious about being seen, or eyes in general. It's impossible to be sure since it's only over the phone. Plus, the note we found outside the booth is disconcerting. To Seiko, I'll dispel all of your heartache. So forget that horrible incident and take your quiet rest up in heaven. The garage shelves contain files on accidents and crimes within each city, from decades old to just a few years ago. We all search through them and find a case with a victim named Seiko Hasegawa, the person mentioned in the note. The details of her case are sickening. Re-debuted art? I'd love to see it when it's finished, Natra. The victim was abducted by a group as she was walking her dog in the forest while awaiting her wedding day. She was found by a phone booth along with the highway the next day. But that's not all. The culprits photographed the assault and blackmailed her fiancé with photos for money. A few days later, all the stress caused her to kill herself. Her fiancé went missing afterwards, with people believing he also committed suicide. Christie investigated the case back then. She says the fiancé was a famous musician. To Seiko, I'll dispel all of your heartache. Those words bother me, but there's something else too, and that's the fact the culprit also went missing after she died. This ghastly case is still unable to gain full closure. The phone box that guided us to the case, the fact that the woman who hung herself wore a wedding dress, the connections to the forest by H Castle. The other mark bearers won't like it, but we need to go back to the forest. But why am I so sure of that? Upon our return to the forest, a strange dog appears. It growls at us before disappearing into the western thicket. Christy says this place she checked in the past was in the west also. Still, that dog didn't look natural. I suppose that's a good sign, since we're chasing after a spirit. But the mark warns the time is short. We have to hurry. I'll let it slide this time. But you gotta show me art in the future. You gotta show me your re-debut stream. In the west side of the forest, we'll find a tree covered in strange photos of men. And they all have large nails driven deep into their eyes. They're likely all dead. Is this some kind of warning that men will be killed? I spot something when I look up into the trees. It's hard to get down, but it turns out to be a dog collar. Does this belong to the dog we saw at the entrance? The articles on Seiko we found in the garage said the body of her pet dog was found in the forest. Was it killed chasing after the culprits? It seems she even brought it on her trip to Greece with her fiancé right before she was abducted. It looks like the dog's name on the collar, but how do you pronounce that? Enta? It doesn't look like English. In the brushes below the tree, I found a dirty instant camera. The back reads, "Take a picture, flash included." That voice then whispered to me again. To see is to perceive light. Light, the things that emit light. The camera. I bet Seiko Hasegawa detests the light. Unidentified suicide victim. We find a skeleton buried in the ground with worn suicide note in the cassette tapes. And strangely enough, the contents of the note match up with the rumors of the fiancé's death and what was in the other notes. This is just a guess, but if I'm right, the songs and tapes probably contain his thoughts and feelings. If the corpse is her fiancé, then the tapes may have songs he made or some that are meaningful to them. So then what was the whisper of the last trying to tell me? Did he want his fiancée to hear the last song? The dog that guided us is definitely the ruined form of their beloved pet. If I can manage to connect all this together when I face Hanayome. The truth behind Hanayome. It might have all started with a lingering grudge caused by a tragic event. Hanayome was likely Seiko Hasegawa. She became a spirit obsessed with eyes in imitation of her fiancé's revenge. Their dog turned into that thing in an effort to save them. The info I got from fellow mark bearers point to that as well. Her fiancé was a musician. Tongue twister there. Her fiancé was a musician known as YMN back then. He made a name for himself by cross-mixing genres into his music, from rock and pop to classic and techno. Around the time of the incident, he had been working on a new album. The last song on it was My Holy, and it was dedicated to his fiancée. But in the end, the album was published without the final track. That song and her fiancé's love finally reached Seiko. I'd like to think it's because of us and Genta. I hope their tragic tale has finally come to a close, but some things still don't add up. How did Hanayome suddenly get the power to bestow the mark? The answer might lie with Buddha statues stolen from H Shrine. The Buddha statues from H Shrine. The files in the garage mentioned the Buddha statues were stolen from H Shrine 50 years ago, right during the period of chaos following the end of the war. Is there a connection? What's more, a year-old interview says someone witnessed a woman in white carrying a headless Buddha statue on the street called Manhole Road. Maybe I should look into that next. And that's the end of that one. Final entry is Miss Azu. The Tragedy of Kojo Mansion. We come back to the mansion to a shocking scene. Mary is cruelly smashed to pieces, and the black rabbit lies in a pool of blood. We can only stand there in a horrified silence. What was the rabbit doing here? Why did both of them die? They were our guides, our spiritual advisors. How in the world am I supposed to face spirits now? While cleaning, Yasoka finds the master key to the mansion. I guess the black rabbit had it for whatever reason. Regardless, it let us enter the locked room. Inside, we discovered that either Masamune or Masurame, former heads of the Kojo family, likely made Mary. But unfortunately, we found nothing on spirits or the mark like we hoped. We found a foul-smelling notebook in the underground shelter. I and Yosoka said they smelled something similar when they were filming on Manhole Road. The notebook appears to be some teacher's diary, and the legible parts were indescribably bizarre. Tomorrow I will die, and by the great Ashura's abundant mercy, I will be reborn as Miss Zoo. Miss Zoo. That was the name of the teacher who kept a lot of lab animals. The abandoned school that has become her lab could be H Elementary. The spirit who gave A and Yusoka their marks on Manhole Road, and the woman in white who's seen carrying a Buddha statue. If they were both Miss Zoo, we need to find out who she is. We have to search H Elementary. Alright, so we're all caught up. That might have been a little bit disjointed, and sorry for a bit of the misspeaking there. It's tricky to read out loud. We'll get used to it and get better as time goes on. No, we don't want to return to the title screen. So, let's take a look here. Chicken ASMR. Yeah, just slowly leaning. Bwok. 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 That one's for free for you, turtle. Let's talk to our partners here. Mary isn't here anymore. Okay, well that settles that. And that's A, and that's Yosoka. I don't know if that's supposed to be A or I. I mean, you can always just go with Kashiwagi. Anyways. We'll exit the building, and we will head back to H Elementary. Musical notes. Ever since we left, A has been humming and waving her hands in the passenger seat. She seems like she had no idea about what things we were going to see, and that worries me. Oh, sorry. Am I distracting you from driving? Not really. Are you trying to learn some choreography? Yeah. Ugh, it's so hard. Mind if I vent a little, Mr. Chicken? I forgot that's what we named ourselves. She turns towards me hopefully. Am I getting some kind of insider scoop? P was like, we're doing a new song and change the set list a week out. Oh, a set list is the list of songs we use to perform a show. So now we have to rush to learn the moves for this whole new song. I'm at the point where I'm dancing even while eating. Isn't that horrible? Inside Coop. Ha. Oh, yeah, it is. About half of that flew over my head, but it's obvious that she's busy. But I know why P is in such a rush. Idol groups need a lot of exposure during their debut to really make it big. That's why P is so desperate to promote us everywhere. But A lowers her voice. For this to happen at such an important time. Next week is when we debut the new song. We'll make it in time, won't we? What do you mean? I mean, will everything get better by then? All this mark and spirit stuff? Well, no one knows. After all, there's no way to know if we'll live through tomorrow. No one will know what will happen. But don't ever lose hope. The shining fist of justice will destroy the evil lurking in the dark. Right? Are those lyrics? It's from our debut song. That's our most popular one. It's okay. I'll do my best. If I lose here, then it would mean Love and Hero only singing lies. She gives an energetic bow to her invisible fans. The horns from her costume strike my forehead dead on. Ow! Thanks for the streak, Oreo. I'm so sorry. A and I arrived at H Elementary. Whoa. This place looks more haunted than I expected. We should have filmed here. So what do we do? I explained about the last time I was here. Only a quick rundown, but it should be enough for her to understand. There isn't much left to investigate on the first floor. We need to check out the second floor. For people who are new here, the second floor of this school was covered in danger noodles, and we really couldn't get past them. So, now I guess we're gonna have to figure a way past all the snakes. Okay, time to go up then. Alright, let's get going. Head to the entrance. Alright, so there shouldn't really be anything new here, I believe. Let's see. The ceiling is filthy and the fluorescent lights are broken. Yeah, that's the same as last time. We've already checked all these shiny bits. The battered shoe rack is covered in dirt. Alright. So let's continue exploring then. We head to the right. We're just gonna go all the way to the very end and see if we can take the stairwell up. Ah, man, I didn't want to turn around. There we go. Climb the stairs. I return to the landing with the cracked mirror. I stare into the mirror, recalling how I felt back then. I quickly look away. I shine my light up at the ceiling instead. But there's nothing there anymore. There's no traces of the rose vines or the guard's corpse. What's up? No, it's nothing. I just wanted to check something. Spirits can do a lot of weird things, but can they really make corpses disappear? That'd be ridiculous. No, I didn't want to go down the stairs. Sometimes you just kind of have to guess which direction they want you to click. I feel like it... Okay, up, there we go. We climb the stairs. And then there's the danger noodles. Poisonous snakes cover the hallway. It'd be foolish to try to keep going. Snakes? Don't shout. I slap my hand over A's mouth. We can't move forward. The only thing worse would be making noise and calling something here. It'll be fine if we leave quietly. I cautiously take a step backward. Suddenly the snakes react to my bag. What the? The snakes flit their tongues in the air, trying to smell something. After a moment, they begin to leave. They disappeared into the darkness of the hall before I can even blink. They vanished without a sound all at once, as if they'd never been there to begin with. Huh? Why? I don't know. It looked like the snakes were sniffing my bag. The red notebook is inside. Maybe the smell made them think we were friends? Let's try going down the hallway. I haven't gone this way yet. Oh, yeah? Let's do our best. Alright. First we'll check to see. Oh, I saw a shiny, but is there any other shiny? Shiny. The second floor isn't covered in roses like the first. There's no movement, and I don't see any plants. I guess the phenomenon didn't happen on this floor. The door to the music room is locked. We're going to ignore the giant shattered window that we can obviously not reach our hand through to unlock the door. I forgot about that part. No, we need the keys. Moving forward. A piano plays somewhere. That was a piano, right? I still my breath and strain to hear any noises. But it doesn't seem like anyone's here. Oh. She picked something off the ground. It's a piece of sheet music. Got sheet music. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. It looks like a piano sheet music. Oh, that takes me back. I played this song when I was a kid. You play piano? Well, kind of. I'm a singer after all. Yeah, I know that. Well, I'll count on you if we need that. Okay, I got this. New info added to the spirit file. Piano sheet music. Let's see here. That looks like that's everything. Oh, no, something on the wall. Looks like something, looks like things like a bulletin board. Looks like things like a bulletin board used to be on the wall, but they were all taken down. Alright, I think that's everything for the hallway. We'll continue forward. Anything in this one? Something on the ground. The bare floor causes our steps to echo as we walk. We need to make sure the spirits don't hear us. Moving forward. And we'll search around again. Oh. A cold wind blows from the broken windows. And then this door here. A jumble of wire is wrapped around the door handle. The door appears to be locked by a wire stuck in the hole. Feel the wire. I pull on the wire, but it won't move. It's been carefully and tightly wound. Plus, it's pretty thick. It'll be impossible to cut it. Do I have something that can disintegrate metal? Okay. Do I? Hammer, hatchet, notebook, sheet music. No, it does not look like we have any tools. So we continue on deeper. Moving forward. Check the windows again. I can't hear any man-made sounds coming through the window. Only leaves and rustling wind. Okay, so we have an ad coming up, so I'm going to take a quick break, because we're on the hour there, and run some ads, get up, do stretch, maybe get some more, some tea. Remember, folks, a rest for me is a rest for you. Get up, use the washroom, get a drink, and we'll be back in about 3 minutes, okay? Have a good day at work, Natra, and welcome back, everyone. Alright, let's see if there's anything else on this spot. Ah, the ceiling. It doesn't look like the fluorescent light is broken, but it stays dark. And that's everything for this section of the hallway. Anything down this way? No, hallway is clean. The fire door doesn't budge when I try to open it. Maybe it's warped. Alright, well, maybe back down the stairs then. We went down the stairs. Pieces of concrete litter the floor. Hello. Hello, Plasma. Thank you for the follow. Pieces of concrete litter the floor. I think they came from the walls. We went down the stairs. Alright, so we went all across the top of the building and we went back down the stairs to see now we're at the other end of the school. Hello, Oso. The floor tiles have peeled off, leaving bare concrete. You requested the walk-on, there's your walk-on. I do my best to deliver and please. I'm glad you enjoy it. Alright, give me a half second, folks. I'll be right back. Thank you for that. Now then, let's continue on. Nothing in this hallway other than a bunch of roses. So we move forward. Search again. Same as before. Bared concrete on the floor. Thank you for the pets. Oh no, the pet is not good. Let's see. On the board here. Now we read these last time, the warnings and contacts as well as the lost and found. A flyer containing a warning and a list of contacts. Feel the flyer. I turn over the torn flyer, but I don't find anything in particular. What about the lost and found? A half-torn poster. It says lost and found in large letters at the top. Alright, so... Oh, one sec. Did I feel that paper? Let's take a look again. Lost and found. Half-torn poster. Feel the torn poster. I touch the paper. It disintegrates the second my finger reaches it and scatters through the air. Nothing else looks interesting. Alright, well, let's continue on. So we're on the other side of the school now, past the entrance. Maybe I'll have to head back up the stairs and see if I missed anything. Because I don't think we have anything in my bag that can be used to melt the log. We can enter these rooms and see if anything new has changed. The plants are dried and withered. Spooky writing on the wall. What about the ceiling? Does the roof have a leak? The ceiling looks stained in places. Nothing in here. I'll turn around and we'll check the other rooms to see if I missed anything. Most of this school was explored the first time we were in here, so I'm mostly just trying to see if I find anything different. The dust is so thick on the ceiling that just walking around causes a shower of particles. No, not there. We head to the entrance and leave and see if there's anything we might have missed out here. No, doesn't look like it. Hello, Jira. Welcome in, and thank you for the first time chat. I hope you enjoy the stream. We're trying to find out, well, partly where we need to go next, and exactly who this zoo lady was. So we already went through this side. Let's check the very top here. Maybe we head back up the stairs. No, there's this room here. To the left, I believe is what it said. We already know about the wall. The wall near the window is burnt. There must have been a massive fire here a long time ago. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you really have a really good day at work. Opened the door and left the staff room. There's a trap door here, but we already went down there. That's the underground room that had all the skeletons, but we'll double check. It looked like it was a hell of a party. There's a dried up corpse. Yeah, I don't think there's anything new here. Thank you for the redeem. Today, instead of water, we have ginger. We have ginger lemon tea because reading for hours on end is tiring to the throat. All right, we'll head back up the stairs. I love it when I accidentally just completely go in a circle because I trying to guess which button they want to actually climb up and down stairs sometimes in this kind of game. There we are. Alright, so yeah, I guess I just wasn't paying attention. There are rooms we can enter. Enter the room to the right. Long desks and what looks like a sink loom in the darkness of the classroom. This seems to be... Is this the science lab? Still. A grimaces. It really stinks in here. I feel like I'm gonna suffocate. It's an irritating stench that stings the eyes. The putrid smell fills the whole room, like a box of onions have gone rotten. Even so, it's not like we can just leave. Let's get this done quickly so we can move on. Alright, let's see what's in here. Start with the sink. There's a talisman in the dusty sink. Found a worn-out talisman. When I pick it up, the worn-out talisman, I feel warmth flow through me. It effectively restores, they call it soul power, but it's effectively your HP for when you have to survive. The worn-out talisman crumbles silently in my hand. Hi, Kai. Well, we're not dead yet, so I think we're winning. Let's check this table here. The desk is scorched. Seems there's more fire damage in here than in the staff room. This is probably where the fire started. Alright, and we'll head over to the next room in the back here. Opened the door and left the science lab. Oh, there's that. I remember, I recognize you. You're an anatomy dummy. You always are in these horror games. It's a sturdy wooden cabinet. Feel the cabinet. The cabinet door opens easily. The inside is completely full to bursting with something. I pull it out and discover that it's a garbage bag full of shredded paper. Got office trash. Okay. Are you seriously planning on taking that with you? I mean, not that I care. When I lift up the bag, an unshredded wad of paper falls to the floor at my feet. I open it up and see several completed sentences. Guess they failed to destroy this section. Got fragment 1. Well, you can't just give me fragment 1 without reading what it says. Let's see. Alright. A portion of a memo. At certain sound wave, or must put sleep. Also, reg site will add it At too aware of testing. Alright. I open the cupboard and check inside, but all I find is trash and dust. What about these jars here? It's a shelf packed with numerous chemicals. Getting closer, I see some large containers. Ah! I hear a gasp behind me. Hands, ears, eyeballs. Body pieces that used to belong to a human are floating in the liquid, perfectly preserved. It can't be. There's no way they used to be as... they'd use these as educational aids. They're extremely fresh for being samples. Probably because they were cut off a living body. But it doesn't seem like that long since any of them were severed. New info added to the spirit file. Science lab storage room. Other than jars with human body parts, the cabinet has several containers of chemicals. I don't know what we're feeling, but we'll feel the thing. I know they're not alive anymore, but it takes a measure of courage to search the body parts. I stick my hand inside, half closing my eyes, and I feel around the shelf. Is something there? Well, yeah. I stop myself from voicing my frustration. I can't make A do something like this. Ah! Thanks for the water. Keep my throat nice and moist for the reading. I search the chemicals. Formalin containers, unidentified samples, every nook and cranny. I find a few things I can use. A clear bottle with a liquid inside. It has a label with a chemical formula on it. A brown bottle that has an irritating smell. Its label is rotted and unreadable. And finally, a bottle wrapped in foil. It smells faintly of flowers, but it's likely just some kind of chemical as well. Got clear bottle, brown bottle, and bottle wrapped in foil. Is that everything? Once I'm done looking around, I stand up. A vinyl bundle in the corner catches my eye. I pick it up and realize that it's tightly wrapped in a bundle of clothes. A white coat stands out the most. Must be a lab coat. Got a bundle of clothes. A white lab coat. Well, we are in a science lab. No big surprise to find one here. That rumor about ghosts in white. A and Yusoka got their marks while filming a TV show about it at Kei Miyamachi. And all the other clothes along with the coat have been folded meticulously. Is it really just a coincidence? Alright, well, let's keep on looking. There's a few things left to check in here. Let's check the model up here. It's an elaborate anatomical model. Feel the model. I touch the outside of the model. It feels like it was made of wood or resin. I can't really tell. Alright. And then the bookshelf here. There are materials used in science class. Feel the material. I grab one and flip through the pages. There are a ton of notes inside, scribbled in thin letters. It seems that there's simple explanations for the students. I take the last book, and when I look inside, a scrap of paper falls from in between the pages. Found a worn-out talisman. Well, we already know what the talismans do. They give us spirit power. I think we managed to clear out this room, so we're good to go. Oh, what? A broadcast? Do you have any brains? Oh no, it's a zombie, folks. A strange voice echoes over the intercom. Do the tests immediately. Table on the table. Static crackles before being cut off. Is she watching us from somewhere? She said something like table. Something might be on the desk. Let's take a look. New info added. School announcement. Alright, well, let's check the tables. On the desk, scattered with lab equipment, is a small pencil and problem sheet. Are we supposed to fill this out? Well, I'm going to stop that for a moment because I'm pretty sure the other table might have some answers to help us out here. This is the same scorched desk. Alright, well, back to the test then. Peek at the questions or start the test? Well, let's take a look at the questions first. I take a sidelong glance at the problem sheet. I see what looks like a chemistry symbol. Looks like this is a science test. Something is written at the top in messy letters. Remember the experiments. That's right, I found several bottles of chemicals in the storage room. Were those chemicals used in some sort of experiment? Let's go double check back in that room with the hands and things. Because I think the shelf might have something. No, nothing on the shelf, but let's double check the cabinets and everything. We'll feel the jars. I already have what I wanted from there. It doesn't want to refill fill the jars. Alright, we procrastinated enough. Time to do the test. I accidentally left. The true horror wasn't the monsters, but the tests we forgot to study for. True. Start the test. I pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. Begin the test. We got a live or die moment here now. Compound A is widely used as fuel or disinfectant. Its chemical formula is CH3CHXOH. What number should X be? Oh, this is gonna go bad. I'm gonna have to guess. I'm just gonna straight up guess. I'm gonna say 2 because I don't think anything like that would have 4 or 6 atoms. It was 2. Compound N is an exemplary acid and contains a salt that reacts to various metals. Which statement about compound N is true? So, metals and... I'm gonna say it's combustible. Nope, that was wrong. It stinks when it's thick and fragrant when it's thin. What compound is it? Ammonia? No, that's probably wrong as well. Yeah. Ah, we died. We died. That's okay. I hear a creepy breathing behind me. Rux is rich. Game over. I wonder where it last autosaved. Dang. Let's decide again. So Kai, when you asked if we're winning, the answer is no. Start the test. Alright, so first one we know the answer is 2. So that's a non-issue. So, compound N is an exemplary acid and contains a salt that reacts to various metals. Let's see here, because it wasn't combustible, but let's say it needs a light-proof container. Yep, that looked like I was correct. And it stinks when it's thick and fragrant when it's thin. Well, let's try indole. I don't know what indole is. Alright, well, whatever indole is, that was correct. We're smart, chat. We're smart. It's a 1 in 3 chance. And we have survived. It seems we passed the test. At the end of the answer sheet. The next text is in the room next door. Proceed there quickly, students. Oh man, more tests? Well then. The answer is C. It sounds like there are other tests. Are we being tested? Maybe. I mean, that's what tests are for. But why? I'm concerned, but I don't feel like guessing. A more immediate topic should be discussed now that my senses are assaulted. Also, this thing really reeks. I didn't notice when I was focusing on the test, but the answer sheet stinks terribly. It's like 100 times worse than the notebook, like a zoo in the dead of summer. I shut it tightly in a random pouch in my bag, so the smell doesn't spread. Got an answer sheet. A narrows her eyes at me. Mr. Eldechii, are you sure you closed your bag? It still reeks in here. Huh? A is right. The smell has definitely gotten stronger instead of weaker. Sorry, I'll check. I look down to double check my bag. I spot something that looks like a box down on the floor behind the desk. Oh. My instincts realize what it is before my brain does. Hands and feet stick out of blood-soaked cover. Inside that box is... I've got to check to make sure, but I can't make myself move. Did you find some? Stay back. The low, sharp tone that comes out of my mouth startles even me. Just stay back. I'll check it. After gathering my courage, I reach out. I pull off the thick sheet. The hat's familiar. So are the clothes. There's no mistake. It's the corpse of the guard who was hanging from the ceiling with Mo Watanabe. I collapse to my knees. A horrified feeling comes barreling through my chest. Are you alright? There's a corpse. That's where the smell was coming from. A corpse? Then let's get the heck out of here, yeah? I drag myself up woodenly, like a puppet on strings. The classroom next door. Huh? The next test is in the classroom next door. Let's go there. Right. Okay, understood. Aya's probably shaken, but she's putting on a brave front anyway. Even an act like that is helpful at a time like this. After all, there's no time to waste. Whoever carried this corpse here could be lurking around the corner. Let's check this room. Enter the room on the right. The writing is on the wall for us all. Let's check the floor first. Flecks of red are all over the floor. They smell like iron. Oh, there's the desk. The desk probably has the test. The plant in the flower pot has wilted. Feel the flower. I lift it up and uncover a dirty piece of paper. Ah, another talisman. Useful. And then last but not least, well, second last but not least is the wall. Something is scrawled on the blackboard. A. Zen. It looks like the letters spell A-Zen. There are more letters after that, but they aren't legible. I don't know. The handwriting is terrible. Alright, well, let's check the table and do the test. There's a pencil and a problem sheet on the desk. Peek at the questions. I take a glance at the problem sheet. There are a number of long sentences. Nice try, Brovican. Nice try. But thank you for testing out the alert. I am too strong for that. You'll have to try again. There are a number of long sentences. It looks like this is a science test. Something's written at the top in messy letters. Read the blackboard. The blackboard? I'm supposed to read it? I'm not sure that scribble is really important, but alright, we'll reread the blackboard. Something is scrawled on the blackboard. Yeah, we already read that. A-Zen. A complete mess. I don't know. The handwriting is terrible. Alright, well, let's do our best and try the test. I pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. Begin the test. Question 1. Believing in the Buddha is important. The Buddha is most extremely vital. You must believe in the incredibly strong great A. The incredibly strong great A is like an angel. You must erase the stench of corrupted humanity and become one with nature. This is called something Zen unity. I mean, it's gonna be AI, or A, I should say. A-Zen. Question 2. Humanity is the embodiment of pain. They kill other animals. My fellow snakes also spend every day in absolute misery. My dear snakes hate this world. They hate the sun and heat. This disaster is called the Creage of Decline. Probably critical. No, that was wrong, my bad. Probably Crimson then? That doesn't matter. Question 3. I carry the Great A talisman every day and seek rebirth. The talisman is important. It is a greater treasure than the brain or the heart or life itself. This is shown not in words but deeds. If I walk with the talisman, I will become a trained Ashura, probably? Yeah, got that one. 203. It seems we've passed the test. At the end of the answer sheet. Next, test 2 rooms over. Don't enter the classroom next door. Off limits. Well, that's succulent. Succulent? Succulent? I don't know that word. Got answer sheet. Don't go into the classroom next door. Why? Maybe she's got a secret in there? But now I want to see it even more. Pretty much. She probably didn't think it through before. It sounds like something is hitting the wall. That noise. Was it from the room next door? Sounds like something's in there. Let's check out the room next door. We can do the next test later. New info added to the spirit file. Forbidden classroom. One sec, I'm gonna do something real quick before I forget. Where was it? Ah, there it is. I was originally testing it, but I decided to remove the cooldown from the jump scares so y'all have a better chance of catching me off guard. Because I forgot that the cooldown is shared among you all. Not able to go next door because the wire's in the way, but I think we have one of the chemicals that should do it. And it should be the brown bottle one because the brown bottle can't be exposed to light. A jumble of wire is wrapped around the door handle. We're going to... Well, we have to feel first because that's the way this game works. So feel the wire. I pull on the wire, but it won't move. It's been carefully and tightly wound. Plus, it's pretty thick. Well, we already know that we need a tool here. So we'll take our tools and we will try the brown bottle. I take the brown bottle out of my bag and stare at the label. It has a usage warning on it and it smells like chlorine. It could be some sort of strong acid that can melt metal. Should we try it? I take off the lid and slowly pour the liquid on the wire. If I accidentally got some on the keyhole, it could be a problem. Don't rush. Just a little at a time. Thank you for the water. There's a faint bubbling noise and a smell that's indescribable. It seems it's working like we hoped. Is it melting? Yeah. Then I think that should do it. I pull on the wire again. This time, it comes out of the hole easily. Nice. You're smart, Mr. Eldechii. I know. I'm not sure how to respond to that. But in any case, We can investigate this room. Let's look inside. Discard the empty brown bottle. No, no, everyone knows in video games you don't discard the bottles, you keep them. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. The instant I opened the classroom door, something glints in the darkness. Then the horrible stench makes me choke. Is this blood? Beneath my feet, it feels like I'm stepping in some sort of something soft, like mud. I shine my light into the room. What the hell is this room? It's as if I stepped into a slaughterhouse. The scene before me is horrific. Organs are scattered across the floor, chunks of meat, an overwhelming amount of blood. A blank, glassy-eyed animal heads line up across the desk. Ugh. Ace sinks to the floor, covering her mouth. The words sacrificial rite comes to mind. But why the hell? Let's check it out. We need to look around. I'm trying to convince myself by saying it twice. Suddenly. Huh? There's a sound from the window's ledge. Is someone there? I make my way past the animal heads to peer cautiously at the line of desks near the window. A naked body is lying in a pool of red. Countless snakes are slithering over her. The woman almost looks like an animal waiting for dissection. Actually, whoever did this to her might have been planning to do just that. Hey, come help me. Someone's trapped. We grab onto her leg and hurry to drag her out of the swarm of snakes. I'm worried about her snake bites, but I don't see any other large wounds. Are you okay? Hang in there. A speaks to her, but the woman doesn't reply. Her eyes are half open, staring vaguely. We can't let her die. Let's take her back to the mansion. She should be able to walk if we help her. Sure, but she's naked? Is this really time to be worried about that? But speaking of clothes, I just remembered. Here, she can wear this. I unwrap the bundle of clothes and pull out the lab coat for her to wear. Oh yeah. Rah! That place is off limits. Noise from the broadcast reverberates in the room. My flashlight blinks out. The marked color grows more vivid. Early dawn, a few hours left until death closes in. Damn it, she noticed. What should we do? We need to get out of here. I know H Elementary's layout pretty well. I should be able to find a way without a light. We've got to hurry. Let's help her up. Hup. Sigh. A takes a deep breath from the back seat. It sounded like a world-weary old person groan. Oh? Did you think I sounded like an old lady? I don't care what you think. I'm not performing right now. I'm on break. Is this what they call a woman's intuition? Or did she just read my mind? Does that woman look like she'll be okay? We covered her securely with a lab coat, but I still hesitate to look in the rearview mirror. Don't stare. Privacy is important, even in emergencies. I'm not trying to look, I promise. I'm clearly doing my best not to. Come on. She looks exhausted, but calm. Maybe she's sleeping? Mr. Eldechii. Hmm? I saw it. What did you see? I try to keep my tone innocent. The mark on her body. When we were putting the coat on her. Oh. So we've added another to our number. My heart drops when I think about how I'll have to tell her the truth of what's happening. But that doesn't mean I can avoid it. We'll have to tell her. Yeah. I hope she doesn't get depressed. She's surprisingly collected about this. Maybe she learned to be able to make a living in the maybe she learned that in order to be able to make a living in the entertainment world. Sorry folks, that was a little bit of a misfumble there. I have a name, you know. The mystery woman seemed asleep, but she suddenly speaks up. You were awake? Sorry, we didn't know your name. I'm Madoka Hiro. I don't care what happens. All I want is to take a shower as soon as possible. Welcome back. Oh, and who is that with you? Later. Hurry and get a bath ready. We lay a pale-faced Hero on the sofa and immediately start treating her wounds. With her guiding us, we'll be able to give her a proper first aid. There's lots of swelling, but at least it seems none of the snakes were poisonous. After we finish, her face gradually regains its color. Hero emerges from upstairs wearing the clothing we found in the science lab. Apparently, they had been hers. I almost died. Thanks for saving me, I guess. Judging by the casual comment, it seems like she recovered her composure. She's still pretty pale, but she doesn't look shaken up anymore. They only wanted to torment me, not kill. Small mercies. Otherwise, I would have choked on poison or been snake food by now. Spirits drag the living to the depths of despair before killing them. That's what Mary had told me before. Thanks to that nefarious nature of theirs, she was able to be saved. You sure you're feeling okay? Don't worry, I'm fine. I bounce back fast. Who knows if that's true or if she's just putting on an act, but regardless, her emotional strength is impressive. So what were you doing in the school? That's what I'd like to know. I was chasing after a woman named Manabe Zukawa. I must have fainted. When I woke up, I was there. Zukawa. Zoo. Could that be Miss Zoo? Miss Zoo? Oh yeah, I heard that's what her nickname. That was her nickname from when she was a teacher. So why are you chasing? Hold up. My question first. Who are you people? We give her a basic rundown of the situation. She listens quietly, but I can tell from her expression she's not convinced. I see. I understand. But believing you is something else. You say Zukawa might have become an inhuman monster? Save that talk for writing horror stories. Her face twitches briefly. How is it that you know Miss Zukawa? She's a colleague from the lab. Not a lot of women worked there, so we ended up talking together. And the second I let my guard down, it sounds like Zukawa caused some trouble. She stole something important from me. At first I had no idea where she disappeared to, but I searched her room in the dorm and learned where she holed up. Going off her recent credit purchases, she's been shopping in H City. What? A spirit that goes shopping? People would panic if something like that appeared in a grocery store. What? Don't tell me you're serious. Wait, I know you. You're Ai Kashiwagi from Love and Hero. You seemed idiotic on TV, so I guess that wasn't just an act. Hey, that's really rude. Supposing you're right and she's a monster, no way she'd go out in public. She obviously used the phone. I even checked with the company. A woman's voice asked them to bring the goods to a designated area. Paid in advance with a blank transfer, so the company delivered as ordered. Oh, and the delivery location happened to be a warehouse by H Elementary. And just what were those goods? Animals. No idea what connection she pulled, but they're from the pet stores and ranches. Dogs, cats, pigs, snakes, and horses. She even managed to get a reindeer and ostriches. Black market too, spared no expense. With Miss Zoo name, maybe she was starting a zoo or something. What happened to those animals? She must have not have noticed she was in and out of consciousness at the time. Based on what we found in the room she was held in, I can hazard a guess. So I waited at the empty warehouse for Zukawa to come. At some point, I fainted. Next I know, I'm butt naked in a terrible position you found me in. I'm sure she was behind it. So then, is that also when you got your mark? Mark? Oh, you mean this scar. I still don't believe it, but even if Zukawa happens to be a spirit, then I didn't get it from her. I had it before I went to H City. What? So where'd you get it? Chill. No need to get upset. I suddenly had it when I woke up 9 days ago. Did you go to any haunted places the day before? Don't be ridiculous. Don't lump me in with those inappropriately dressed idols like you. The same goes for the scar. I love the facial animations in this game. They're probably more horrific than anything else you'll see. As if something like this could kill you or give you amnesia. Not only is that unscientific, it's absurd, absolutely impossible. She's yelling, but that doesn't show how she's shaking like a leaf. She's clearly more frightened now than when she was talking about the snakes. I guess she has a fear of supernatural too, just like Sho. Ahem. That's all I can tell you. You're going after Zukawa, right? I'll help out. Are you truly alright with that? You might die. I don't plan on letting that happen, but if it does, so be it. I hate the idea that people can be happy just by being alive. I'm a scholar. Life is for satisfying my intellectual curiosity. And for that, I need to get that thing back from that thieving hag. So it's more important than your life? What in the world did she steal from you? Seems like she doesn't plan on answering that. But we've no reason to turn her down. Should we accept her help? Okay, Mr. Eldechii. let's get back to H Elementary. New info added to the spirit file. Strange colleagues. Perfect. Alright, we're coming up upon another hour, so I'm just going to run ads so we don't have to worry about that. And again, when I take a break, y'all should take a break as well. Get up, stretch, get something to drink, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. Alright, let's continue. Yeah, so those are the 3 companions we have. Thank you very much. And let's head back to the school. Each elementary. We return to H Elementary once more. If hero is to be believed, then this is then what we saw in the classroom was Zukawa's doing. The missing teacher, Zukawa. There's no doubt that she had something to do with the birth of Miss Zu. We escaped from here only to come back again. That's kind of depressing. To get rid of the mark, we have no choice. We haven't been able to thoroughly investigate the room where we saved Hiro. Probably the best to start there. Let's go. We'll head all the way back up the stairs to where we were. The stairwell is tricky. There we are. Back in the room full of animal heads. Here we go. Oh, I got the wrong room. All right. Alright, well, something's alive in here at least. Liquid is dripping from the mysterious organs hanging from the ceiling. I don't think it's really mysterious. It looks pretty clearly like tendons. Not tendons, intestines. Animal heads are mounted high up on the wall. Usually I can't distinguish animals' expressions, but all the heads look like they died in pain. It's a desk with freshly severed animal heads on it. It doesn't look like anything is in the desk. Feel the head? I try feeling around inside the desk. I feel something that could be a paper. It's a scrap of paper. I opened it and see several sentences. It seems like someone failed to destroy this. Got fragment G. Let's check that fragment and see what it says. A portion of a memo. We able to find Vire of this creature and ill one to fire. This we Huh. What else there? There are severed animal heads lined up across the tops of the desks. Feel the head. It's gross, but this must have been a great place to hide things. I steel myself before putting my hand on the head and shoving the other up the severed neck. Who knew an animal head could be this heavy? It's like lifting a bucket of water. After much struggling, I tip the head on its side. There's a cream-colored plastic object shoved up at the esophagus. What is that? I pull it out and find a transistor megaphone. Got megaphone. What in the hell? Megaphones are used a lot for school events and gatherings, so it's not that surprising. But what the hell is it doing in an animal's neck? Was there a need to hide it in an esophagus? Zukawa did bring countless animals here. Her bizarre, insane passion is obvious in this room. Mr. Eldechii, you okay? I realize that I'm just standing there holding a megaphone that's drenched in yellow liquid. Yeah, sorry. Everything has a meaning. If that's true, then this must be really important. Alright, what else is in here? It's the same liquid dripping. Okay. Oh, there's something on the floor here. The organs were strewn around the floor look fresh. Alright. I think that's everything we can reach in here for now. I didn't want to turn around. Back the way we came. And we head forward. We enter the room on the right. And we'll look around and see if there's anything new. Few things. One of the fixtures holding up the light is broken. Probably shouldn't risk walking under it. It's an abandoned desk. Feel the desk. I try feeling around inside the desk, and I find something soft. It's a wadded up piece of paper. I open it in several sentences and see several sentences. It seems to be something someone failed to destroy. Got fragment S. This is the third fragment. I spread them out and stare at them. I can read the sentences in each piece, but I don't know how they fit together. I switch them up and look at them again. Then, by the specific frequency of sound waves. Specific frequency of sound waves, huh? The end of fragment I and the start of fragment G seem to connect to form a sentence. I might be able to read the fragments if I line them up. Alright, let's see if I can do that manually or if that's the thing we're gonna have to do. Ah. Thank you for the egg in this trying time. That might be a bit tricky to try to do because, oh, actually, we can sort. Perfect. That's better. So, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, no, that might be a bit tricky for me to try to read as that is. So we'll see if it comes up. There's a pencil and a problem sheet on the desk. Well, let's take a look at the questions. I take a glance at the problem sheet. I see numbers and mathematical symbols. This seems to be a math test. Uh-oh. Start the test. No making fun of the chicken if they're bad at math. Got a bird brain. Begin the test. Question 1. An ostrich can run from the first floor of the school to the second floor in 3 seconds. If the school has 5 floors, how long would it take for it to go from the first to the 5th? Alright, well, if it's from... Here, we'll take a look at the log. So 3 seconds per floor. So isn't that 15 seconds? Oh, not 5th, yeah. Oh, no, that's, yeah. 3 seconds per floor. I should be correct. What? I guess I did that wrong. Ostriches are extremely fast. They can run 60 kilometers per hour. How many seconds would it take for them to reach a human bait 30 meters away? Well, 60 kilometers per hour. Take them to reach a 30 meters? Yeah, that's almost instantly if they got up the speed. Let's say 2 seconds. That might be wrong though. Yeah. An ostrich's kick is very strong. Without an airbag, a human bait would die. Caution, when observing an ostrich, bring an airbag. Their specialty is kicking after taking a long running start. If an ostrich's speed is halved, how strong would their kick be? I mean, half as strong? Nope, that was wrong and we died. I hear creepy breathing behind me. Rox is rich. Oh, we'll try again. Decide again. I just kind of guessed that. It's gonna say 2 seconds to reach the bait. Bring an airbag. Their specialty is kicking after taking a long running start. Okay, so a long running start. There's no actual math there, so I guess I'm gonna have to just guess. I'm gonna say a quarter strong. Okay. We have survived. That wasn't so bad. It seemed we passed the test. At the end of the answer sheet. You disobeyed teacher. You get special test. Advance to animal classroom. Okay. You got answer sheet. Animal classroom? That's not the room drenched in blood, is it? Probably. We're supposed to take a test in there? I'm slightly worried about the special part. I hope it's not some weird test. But that's probably exactly what it'll be. We turn around and head back, and we will go into the animal... Ah, there's the test. There's a pencil and problem sheet on the desk. Read the questions. I take a glance at the problem sheet. It looks like some kind of foreign language. I can't make heads or tails of it. I have no idea what kind of test it is. We'll start the test. I pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. But for Frigi, the entire test is written in a foreign language. I don't understand what any of it means. Before I can even ask her, A shakes her head violently. Nope. I don't know any Spanish. I don't really think it's Spanish, though I guess that confirms there's no way to take it. If we want to be able to take the test, we'll need someone who understands foreign languages. I think we have to head back to the manor and get our other companion. So we'll do that real quick and head back to the entrance. I really love the audio in this game. It's really just very, very atmospheric. Oh, am I just going back and forward? I shouldn't be. No, I was not. Okay, cool. And down again. Nope. Somehow I think all those tests we just took was a hint at what we're going to be facing. I won't spoil it for anyone, but I feel like you might be able to put the pieces together. I think I just walked in a circle, and that's why it seems like this is much longer than I thought it was. No, we don't want to climb the stairs. We want to go down the stairs. It's a fun little directional problem here that I'm trying to solve. There we go, down the stairs. And outside. We'll go back to the mansion. We're gonna swap out to Hero here. Yes, you. All the way back up the stairs to floor 3. Or floor 2, I should say. And I think there's this room that we wanted. Yep, that's the right room. Back to the test. I pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. But, well, we already know that. The entire test is written in a foreign language. I don't understand any of what it means. Just then, Hero mumbles next to me. Frag 1. Huh? It's in German. Can you read it? I took it in college, so I know a little bit. Begin the test. Oh no, it's starting. It's been a while, but I'll try to read it and you write down the answers. Thank you. Multiple choice, social studies. It says there is a social studies test. Question 1. Please answer the following. During the Pacific War, Japan's mainland was bombed and shelter was built in each city. Choose the correct period of when the war took place out of the options below. It's like 50 years ago, I think it said. Nope, that was wrong. I'm very bad at history. Japan conducted a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, which started the war against the USA. Which phrase out of the one below did FDR use to describe the attack? A date which will live in infamy, I think. A test you didn't study for. This isn't a horror game, it's a nightmare. Right, though. This is the last one, it's really short. In 1945, when the war ended, which country was allied with Japan? It should be Germany. Nothing like taking a test while also having a timer going. Pasta. We managed to get through it somehow. At the end of the answer sheet, there's a test in the last empty room. Go take it immediately. Okay then. Got answer sheet. Standard test questions. Not particularly elementary level though. I just wanted to say thanks. No way I would have finished that by myself. It was no big deal. There's one more test? Yeah, in the last classroom apparently. Okay, let's go then. Well, did anyone else study for these tests? We already went through this. It's the other last classroom. But before I take that test on the desk, I'm going to explore a bit more. The blackboard is covered in dents and scratches. It's probably too damaged to use. I look at the schoolyard through the window, but I don't see anything moving around. All right. I'll check the other classrooms first because I think we want to find an airbag. Call it a hunch. It seems to be locked. Okay, and that's just going back. Okay. All right. Well, looks like we have no choice but to take that test. There's a pencil and a problem sheet on the desk. Peek at the questions. I take a glance at the problem sheet. I see what looks like music staffs. I guess this is a music test? Oh, I'm gonna go get the idol. Be right back. I'm gonna go get the idol. Somehow I don't think the scientists will be able to do that test. I mean, that's not correct. The scientists very well could do that test, but I feel like the idol would have a better time doing that test than the scientist. Don't mind me. I'm just getting turned around again. There we go. Wait, did I do it? Okay, I did the. Yeah, I got turned around again. It's because the map flips on itself, and so trying to figure out which direction is forward is tricky. Down the stairs. I want to go down the stairs. Perfect. And then forward. Okay, we made it. And we go back to the manor and get the idol. the stairs. And back up the stairs again. And then the final classroom at the very end here. Well, not the final one, but the final one we can get into. Not this one. Alright, pencil and problem with music. I pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. Begin the test. Having the musician there doesn't seem to help. Multiple choice music questions. Let's grade Ashura the following questions. Owls can be controlled with frequencies. The experiment was a success. Question 1 is about snakes. What sounds are snakes scared of? Please grade Ashura from the following. That's really funny. Alright, what sounds are snakes scared of? I'm gonna say they aren't. They aren't scared of sound. Question 2 about pigs. What sound are pigs scared of? Please answer from the following questions. They aren't scared. Nope, that was wrong. Ah. Oh, we're gonna get eated. I'm sure if we read those notes, they would tell us the actual answers, but I really am having an issue trying to read that, so. That's fine, we can brute force these questions. Alright, so snakes can't be controlled, and then it's pigs after we have to guess, and then I don't know what the third one will be. Alright. What sound are pigs scared of? I'm gonna say the Starry Sky Song, which is probably still wrong, but yeah, that was wrong. Alright, so it goes, they aren't scared, the fish song, and then I guess the last answer is gonna be the Starry Sky Song. We'll go over that again. I wouldn't exactly call this a music test, but alright. Oh, there we are. And question 2 about the pigs again. And the giant fish song. Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads. Alright, question 3, seals. Dangerous tools are sealed. Which one is not sealed? Please grade Ashura the following. That's such a... okay. Piano. Oh, no, megaphone, because that's what we have. No, okay, so I guess it's piano. It's because our soul power is so low that we can't actually get a question wrong, or we just die. just kind of speed through here a bit. Giant fish song for the pigs. And the last one I'm pretty confident is piano because that's what we heard earlier when we entered the school. Because there hasn't been any harmonica anywhere, but I could be very wrong. Oh wow, okay, so harmonica. Alright. That's what I get for guessing the answers. I'm an Eldritch chicken, not a smart chicken. Alright, so the first one we know is Not Scared, the second one is the fish song, and the third one has to be harmonica. Fish song. And the last one has got to be harmonica, because that's the only answer left. Hey look, we got it right on the first time. No mistakes whatsoever. At all. You pass. We survived. Got answer sheet. Pass? Did she say we passed? Yeah, that's what I heard. What did we pass? We finished every test and passed. I had a bad feeling about this. Let's hurry with our investigation. I have a feeling that something is about to happen. New info added to the spirit file. Passing the tests. Blackboard still covered in dents and of no use. The door is still locked, so I guess we'll head to the end and go back down the stairs. Let me just see if there's any... Oh! Didn't explore here. There's a scrap of paper among the debris. Ah, worn out talisman. Perfect. We needed one of those. And what about the door? Paint is peeling off the edges of the fire door and the rust can be seen at the bottom. I guess we can't do anything with that. We went down the stairs. Cracked mirror, you can see your reflection. We run your finger down the cracks. A watches me worriedly, but nothing happens. My dude, don't run your fingers down a broken mirror. I don't know what you expect to happen, but probably just gonna slit your finger open. Not this time. I know I accidentally went and reversed my direction as opposed to going down. Oh, I did it again. Alright, cool. Because I want you to push backwards, not up or anything like that when you get to the stairwell. guess I'll head back up to the other side and see if any of the doors have anything new. Climb the stairs. Climb the stairs again. And we'll just re-enter these rooms and see if we can find anything new in any of them. Enter the back room there. Feel the model again. Nothing new there. And we already know we got everything from there. Is that part of the game where you rub your face against everything to try to find the solution to the problem? I don't think it's here. I wonder if it's back in the animal headroom. While I'm not, let me check my tool bag and see if I have any tools. There's Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars. Trash. Megaphone. Flammable liquid. And full wrap bottle. Anything in here still? No, doesn't look like it. Can I do anything with the dripping liquid? No, can't do anything with the dripping liquid. Same with the floor. And just for the sake of completeness, check the heads again. Nothing we can do with the heads. Okay. I guess we check the other rooms some more. So this is the one we were just in. With the test. Ceiling light, nothing's changed. What about this room? Oh, literally was just here maybe, actually? Yep, we looked at the window. Nothing is there. Oh. What about the blackboard? Yeah, same dented blackboard. No, nothing else there. Locked door. Actually, one sec. I'll feel the. Let's see. Can I feel the locked door? I don't think I can. No. The door to the music room is locked. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's head back to the mansion. Maybe someone has something else they can tell us. Or maybe I had to bring the scientist back here. I think I just realized I did the thing again. I think I hate this the second floor because it keeps on turning me around and I keep on going around in a circle. But not this time. I'm on to you. All right, get up, have a stretch. Thank you for the care package, Ruru. I appreciate it. Making sure your chimkin is all nice and stretched, watered, and petted. Alright, a kissy for Ruru. Mwah. Thanks, Ruru. Alright, let's try taking Hero with us. Just, ooh, that's a really nice emote. Nice. You did sleep at some point though, right, Ruru? I'm sure you did, naturally. You took a nap. You took a cat nap, I see. I don't think just taking this. I'm gonna see if there's anything else in the mansion first. Well, no, because there's only talk, and the person to talk to is no longer there. And you can't just talk to your partners. Well, might as well save. We might as well do a manual save while we're here. And we'll head back to H Elementary and wander around again. I'm not too sure what we'll find. Climb the stairs. Nope, nope, not back down. We want to go back up. Oh man, the navigation in this game is rough. Just go up the stairs. There we go, up the stairs. Let's check the hallway. Yeah, so basically we'll check everything again and just see if we missed anything. Music room is locked. I don't have any tools that'll unlock that. Wait, actually, one second. Let me double check to see if I have any tools that will unlock that. No, because then it would allow you to select the tools directly, I think. Yeah, because it won't let me use any of these tools as is. So we'll go room by room and try to find the room that has a thing that we've gotta have missed. Nothing here. We already did the ceiling there. What was the memo? The last memo for Mrs. Zhu. We finished the test and find the guard's pitiful corpse, but we passed all the tests and obtained 5 answer sheets. I'm sure we can use these horrible smelling papers somehow. The snakes in the hall reacted to the red notebook and smelled similar. Are there other places where snakes nest? These papers smell even stronger, so they should have an effect. Other places where the snakes nest, huh? Weird. I think it's still the animal room, because the animal room had Hero in it. And she was covered in snakes. So we'll try that. At least that's what I think. No. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything in here. And I can't, there's no tools. I'm sure I don't have to go down the floors because I don't think there's anything needed in there. The scorched desk doesn't have anything new. Check the cupboard, nothing inside. We have everything from these vials. Oh, you know what? One sec. Because there's, I think there's, the use tool button on these vials. So let's see. Let's see. I take out the red notebook. But what to do with it? I don't have any particularly good ideas. We'll rub all the tools. Eventually one of these tools will do something. No, nothing there. Medical? Okay, so nothing I actively have is can be used there. Alright, well I don't think you can do anything there. I'd hate to have to look it up, but we might have to do that. But we'll try a little bit more first. Because I don't think I missed anything when they were talking about the taking after we finish the final test. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything in our log about it. Go down the stairs. And then you have to reverse again to go down these flights of stairs. I'm gonna check the floorboard room. I don't think that's correct, but I'll check it anyways. I highly doubt there'll be anything in here, because this was from the previous mystery, but I'm gonna check anyways. Because it said something about snakes, and where else snakes could hide. Let's see, answer sheets. And this shelter is covered in strange smelling splotches, making it hard to read. The clean pages have entries written in thin letters. No, nothing there. Alright, well, let's head back up. What mystery are we on? Miss Zoo. Alright, so I'm going to unfortunately take a quick look and see what that is, because I would like us to not be held up so long, and I didn't really catch the clue what we were supposed to do next. Alright. Bear with me for a moment. Test there. Examination 2. Examination 5. Okay. I see. It's very much not clear what we're supposed to do. So you'll stay clothed. What'd I say? Did I say something strange? Climb up the stairs. And up the stairs again. Bear with me. Alright. Bear it all, turtle. Bear it all. Yeah, so apparently the trick was to go in here, examine the resin dummy here, use an answer sheet on it. Because that's supposed to make sense. You're supposed to go in here and use the answer sheet on this dummy. That's how you're supposed to continue with this story. I take out all the answer sheets I have and hold them close to the model. And the snake's head poke out from the model and suddenly slither onto the floor. Are they dangerous? I quickly wad up the answer sheets and throw them through the window to the next room. The snakes chase after them. I do not know. I'm going to say that there's probably something lost in translation. That's how I'm going to chalk that one. But I mean, it makes perfectly logical sense, you know? You answer a bunch of questions, the papers smell funny. And, you know, they're like, okay, well, they're supposed to do things to snakes. You got to find out where the snakes are nested. Oh, obviously the snakes are nested inside the dummy here. Soon there are none left inside the model. That startled me. They're gone now, right? I stick my hand in the model and feel around. My dude, you stick your hand in. He's like, oh yeah, there are just a bunch of snakes coming out of this thing. Are they all gone? Let's put my hand in there and find out. I find a paper box and a key. Got matches and the music room key. Lost all the answer sheets. Ugh. The mark burns scarlet. Half an hour left until death closes in. Has that much time passed already? Hero? I anxiously call out to them. What's the matter? You aren't feeling strange? Why would I? I'm suddenly reminded of Christy Amori. She didn't suffer from amnesia or stupor when confronting Shimio either. That's because a different spirit gave her the mark, which means Hero also. If you have something to say, just say it already. Now isn't the time. I'll explain it to her later. In any case, it's starting. We need to hurry and find any remaining clues. You're such a weirdo. New info added to the spirit file. Human anatomy model. Or autonomy. No, anatomy. Yeah, that's the right way to say that word. So we have the music room key. We might have to go to the mansion. Yeah, I think I have to go back to the mansion because I need. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to play the piano or some kind of musical inclined incident, and I think we're gonna need our idol there for it. If I recall correctly, it's typically you need the actual person involved in the spirit investigation for it to make you make the good ending available. So back to the mansion we go. And we'll swap out partners. And back to the elementary. Alright, well before we start that, we got ads coming in. So I'm going to take another quick 3-minute break. I do believe this should be the last break of the stream. Then afterwards we will finish up this chapter. Might start a little bit into the next chapter depending how things go. But yeah, I'll be back in about 3 minutes. Aloha. Hi, Icy Hot. Welcome back from the ad break, everyone. Alright. Oh, I didn't want to go outside. That was a mistake. I'll head back in. Hello, Lepus. You're just in time. I think we're reaching the conclusion of the current mystery that we were hunting down. Oh, I accidentally went down the stairs. That reminds me, folks, if you are not following Lepus, you should give them a follow. They are a wonderful streamer and a lot of fun. As I type through the eggs. Thank you for the eggs. Double shout out. No worries, Lepus. I really enjoy your streams. Alright, let's go to the music room, which is actually the next floor up. Oh. My apologies, Natra. I stole your job. I'm gonna race you there to it. Alright, let's go and get to that locked music room. I guess I deserve the eggs because I did that. I stole his job. Though, to be fair, your job seems to be pelting me with eggs, so there's that. You're a good mod. Which is the music room? That's not the music room. Oh, I'm just going... Okay, because I'm not continuing going backwards. I'm just switching from going forward and backwards in a circle. Alright, keep going this way. Music room. There we are. It seems to be locked. Well, that's what we have this for, I believe. Music room key. I use the music room key and open the door. I won't, but thank you for the head pats. I appreciate it. Oh, you head pat. I'm hurt. You gave Natra head pats. I thought you were giving me head pats and it just didn't work. I see how it is. You chase everything because of cuteness aggression. Let's see the floor here. This place is probably used to be full of desks, but now it only holds a single piano. Ah, thank you for the head pats. Now everything is good in the world. It's an old piano. Feel the piano. I checked the music stand. There's a piece of music sheet on it. Got music sheet. Music sheep? Music sheet. Carp streamer. I think there's anything else we can do on that, or is that it? Anything else in here? No, that seems to be it. We step into the hall and a loudspeaker crackles. Do you have brains? Little use those. Wonderful brainless now. Ask ingredients and dissect you. Okay. What? Did you say she'll dissect us for ingredients? She'll use our wonderful brains as ingredients and dissect us. That means that's why she had us take those tests. She wanted to see if we're worthy enough to become ingredients. Setting up the test to select her prey. That's what Miss Yu is trying to do. The heads lined up in that blood-stained room. The image of my own head joining them comes to mind more easily than I'd like. New info added to the spirit file. Footsteps closing in. Sorry, the road's crowded. A, get a hold of yourself. I shake A as she seems to be dreaming. The mark is dyed a deep crimson. A few minutes left until death closes in. Something's rushing up the western staircase with amazing speed. I doubt we'll be able to escape. In that case, our only option is to... we'll ambush her. We'll hide so we get the advantage. I grab A's hand and run down the hall. Which classroom should we hide in? The music room. I run to the music room. Well, hi there. Miss Sue smiles and leaps forward forward the second she sees us coming out of the locker. She's coming closer on her ostrich legs. It's like she could jump at us at any moment. Alright, so we have to try to figure out what we can do to ward her off. Probably gonna be this song, maybe. And too far away to use that. We'll try Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars, maybe? Play a song. Oh, we have to reach the piano to play the song. We gotta get past Miss Zoo first. We need to do better to distract Miss Zoo, or we'll die before we can reach the piano. Okay. So we have to distract her first, and then we can play the song. Yeah. We'll have to reload, because we get taken up in one shot because of that. We will face the spirit again and try. I wonder if I can skip that. Nope, can't skip it. let's try that again. So, oh, you know what? If I do clear bottle and it matches, because the clear bottle, I believe, can be lit on fire. So we'll do a clear bottle and then some matches and a combo action. I scatter liquid and ignite it with matches. Misu dashes and performs a jump kick. Ah, nope, that wasn't the right one. We might have to explore a little bit first because I think we'll need something to like block being kicked. So we'll try that again. It's a bit trial and error, unfortunately. Office waste maybe, and then I don't have anything else, so we'll try that. Alright, so I hold the garbage bag in front of us and endure the fierce kick by cushioning the blow. Okay. So the office waste is acting as an airbag. Good to know. I think she still has to get closer though, so what I'll do is I'll do the office trash again, and then I guess the... Oh no, you know what? Now it's probably the clear bottle. And the matches. Alright. Now she's very close. Hi. I will probably use the, use the hatchet and then the megaphone maybe? Oh, sorry for everyone who's in chat that one. No, that looked like that didn't work. Alright, well, we're getting closer. We're getting closer to solving this. We got this. We can do this. Alright, let's make sure that, you know, we don't get absolutely decimated. So, trash. And none of this actually matters, but I'll just take that. I have to reach the piano first, but that's fine. cushion the blow. We're gonna do the clear bottle and then the matches. It's going fairly well, Faulty. As you can see, we are dealing with this here. We're gonna try to kill it with fire. Oh, such a pretty smile. Alright, well, I'm trying to think. I still think it's probably the hatchet, but what was this one again? Carp string? The snakes wrap around my arms, I swing and stop my attack. There we go. Stuck in place, Mizzou. We can get to the piano now. Eyes, fingers dance over the keys. Mizzou stiffens as she is paralyzed. Mizzou is weakened. And then, I guess, I'm just trying to think what else am I supposed to do now. Try that, and then some matches. Maybe now we actually light her on fire. Where are the matches? That wasn't the right one. Nope, that wasn't the right one. But we're getting closer. We're getting closer. This is fine. Everything is fine.
You think you know me?
Hello, Lexi. Welcome on in. You're just in time to the thrilling conclusion as we figure out the solution to this puzzle. So we know it's office trash, and it doesn't actually matter what our little musician here, not Lexi, this musician does. I got you, Lexi. I got you. Now, second thing we need to do is clear bottle and matches. I'm glad you like this song. And then the hatchet, and we have to play Carp Streamer. Now let's see what the last one is. I guess I'll try Hatchet again, and we'll try the other song, Twinkle Twinkle. Dance over the keys. Isn't affected. Oop. This is tricky. I'm not too sure what we're supposed to do here. Oh no! Run, Lepus! Alright, I'm going to explore a little bit more before we start this fight, because I think I'm missing something here. I think I'm missing something. So, we'll decide again. I think that's what we need. Let's check our bag. You know what, actually? No, we got everything in there. Bag item. Notebook, fragment. There we go, everything is sorted. I'm also checking on a guide just to see if there's anything I'm missing, because I feel like there is. Begrudge me this. Begrudge me this. I just want to see what we're supposed to do here. Well, that's not very helpful. Alright, well, let's keep on looking and see if we can find anything. I am going to switch out to my other partner, though, because I do know that we're going to need someone who can play the piano, and the science lady can't play piano. They've made that clear. Ah, no, I didn't want to turn around. And down the stairs. Drama in chat. Yeah, give me a moment, because like I said, I'm going to be looking that up. Because I think we are missing an item. And what we'll do is we'll also save that. Thank you for trying to spook me, but I'm too strong for you. Though, good try. Good try. Well, I'm focusing on something else. Yeah, apparently there's a charm I need, but I'm missing the charm. I'm trying to figure out where it is. Ah, I see. I see. Okay. I feel less bad because it's one of those things. I feel bad. I don't feel so bad because apparently the answer is one of those things where something was lost in translation because there's no way you would have gotten this without it. Or, I mean, you might have, but odds are you would not have gotten it without it. Not really. I have to find the... There's going to be a spot where the model was. There it is. Yeah, so you're apparently supposed to see this wall that says a wall with nothing on it, and you're supposed to use some tools on it. And yeah, it's just one of those things where I don't know how they expected you to figure that out. Maybe I have to feel the wall first. I tap around on the wall. I don't know why, but I've seen people on shows do it, and I think that's how you check walls. Huh? Eye stares at me blankly. It's not super obvious, but the center portion of the wall seems paler than the rest. If only I had enough skill to be able to tell if it was hollow or not by the sound. The thickness is just a different feel to me. What should I do? I might have to switch to the scientist lady as well, but... Okay, so we gotta switch to the scientist lady. Which means it might actually be easier instead of walking. Oh, well, here, we'll do it this way. Shaving a haircut. It was one of those, Turtle. You know the ones, again, where it's like, how were you expected to figure that out? Alright, we switch to hero here. We go back to that wall. A little disappointing that we couldn't figure it out just by ourselves. I mean, maybe we could have, possibly, but yeah. A nondescript wall that you're supposed to feel and then pour some liquid and then hit it with a hammer is apparently the correct solution. I don't know, maybe I just hit it with a hammer. Wait a second. This could call attention to me. But this is where Hanahiko was. I don't think another spirit would come here. I'll try it just once. I'll take it down in one swing. I gather my courage and swing the hammer against the wall with all my strength. And a large hole, larger than I expected, opens up. I anxiously wait to see if I drew a spirit close. Luckily, it doesn't seem like anything's coming. That went a lot better than I thought it would. I can't believe you just did that. Alright, let's check that hole. We'll feel the hole. I hesitantly stick my hand inside. If I get coils around my fingers, it seems like I've stirred up whatever is nesting in there. If I don't deal with that first, I won't be able to check out the hole. Alright, well, clear bottle. I take out the clear bottle and pour its liquid inside the hole. The shadows inside the hole flail about for a while, but then go back to normal. Something has built a nest inside. If I don't deal with that first, I won't be able to check out the hole. Okay, well... Oh, okay, they probably want me to use the fire first. Okay. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Burn, baby, burn. I take out the matches, light one, and throw it into the hole. A pillar of blue flame shoots out of the hole. The snakes writhe around, then vacate the hole en masse. They disappear in the cracks in the walls and beyond the doorway. After the wave of snakes vanishes, I find something on the floor. It must have been carried out of the nest when the snakes fled. Aizen's Ashura talisman. There we go. But it looked like the snakes brought the talisman on purpose when they fled the hole. Like they were scared of it burning in the fire. Were they trying to protect it from the flames? It must be something really important then. There we go. Now we switch back to our idol. Back to the mansion we go.
Yokai.
Okay, and let's just do a quick save here. No, I don't want to return to the mansion we just got here. We gotta go back to the music room, I think. All the way back up. Into the music room. Well, first we use the key on the music room. Feel the piano. Alright, we're back to where we were, but now we have the secret missing ingredient we needed. Alright. We already know all this, so I'm not going to reread through it all. Alright. We flee to the music room. Alright. Okay, come on. Music room. Thank you for the jump scare, but you'll have to try harder. Nicely timed, though. Office trash. Yeah, let's try that and see what happens. Naya holds up the Eisen Ashura's charm. It wasn't affected. Great Ashura, give it back. Mizu glares daggers at me and screams, her mouth dripping with blood. She dashes and performs a jump kick, but it was ineffective. Timing is everything. Her snake arms hiss, threatening us. We know that this was the clear bottle that matches. Stretches out her snake's arms, but it was not effective. The snakes are confused by the massive flames and unable to aim. Alright. And we will burn. Yeah. This is what you need for the good ending. I tried to ignite Ashura's charm with a match. It was ineffective. Oh, did I mess up? She shrieks in rage when she sees the charm engulfed in flames. Yeah, no. I messed up. I messed up. I messed up. I messed up. That's on me. That's on me. Someday soon, one of you are going to play that jump scare, and I'm not going to be expecting it, and I am going to get a heart attack. Luckily, I have multiple hearts. Alright, let's try this again. This time I feel like we got it. We got it this time. So, trash, charm. And this time's clear bottle and matches. That's a face. That's an excellent face. And hatchet and carp streamer. Snakes wrap around my arms as I swing to stop the attack. Miss Zoo is stuck in place. We can get to the piano now and we'll play the music. Alright. Now we do this and the matches. I tried to ignite Ashura's charm with a match. Great Ashura! Miss Zoo shrieks when she sees the charm go up in flames. She clings onto me, scrambling to get it back from me. Gah. Pressed together, my sweat squelches as it mixes with her bodily fluids. Gross. Ew. Ashura Eisen's charm disintegrates to ash in Miss Zoo's hand and scatters to the air. Her eyes pin me in place with their intense fury. How dare you? How dare you, great Ashura? The snakes on Miss Zoo's arm raise their heads and swiftly strike at their prey, but their fangs sink into Miss Zoo's torso. Why? It's The snakes are feasting on the places where she touched my skin. Is it because of my human smell? They devour her torso, the only part of her that is human, and she squeals with joy. Feels so good. After consuming their host, the snake arms detach and fall to the ground. Wiggling their half-torn bodies, they vanish into the darkness. I don't sense Mrs. Zoo anymore. Did we do it? Ah, yes, back to normal. Her mark is probably gone. But as expected, mine is still there. So there's still spirits in this city? The look on my face is probably obvious. Aya looks at me apologetically. I've gotten used to it. I'm just glad you and Yusoka are safe now. Mr. Eldechii. Anyways, I wonder what this is. There's a folded paper on the ground where Mrs. Zoo vanished. I open it and find it's an old map. Shining the flashlight on it, the first word I can see is army. Is this what Miss Hero said was stolen from her? It could be. I put the map in my bag, then finally bid farewell to the music room and the beast and perfume smell. Oh, wait a second. What is it? I want to bring that music, that sheet music. A reminder of my music beating evil. You know, this would make a great inspiration for a new song. I kind of don't want to linger here. Yeah, I'll just be 2 secs. Hey! I dashes back into the music room before I can say anything in reply. Jeez. She totally does whatever she wants. Christy was the same way. Is this what happens when you become famous? No, I'm being unfair. Uh-oh. Mr. Eldechii. I bursts out of the room and clings to me. What happened? A snake. It fell from the ceiling and hit my shoulder and slid down my back. She's nearly in tears. Get it off me. Oh, okay. I feel around her back as she hangs on to me. There's nothing there. Huh? Nothing's there. You can let go already. When you grab my neck, it's hard to... Ow! Thank you for the hydrate. Oh, and walk the chicken as well. Yeah. Do all the care package. I appreciate it. Thank you, Ruru. And the head pats. All right. Would you like your kiss as well, Ruru? Mwah. Thank you. Alright, grab my neck. It's hard to... Oh. Sorry. But I was telling the truth. I definitely felt something. Maybe it fell off you as you were running? You won't say no to another? So did you grab the sheet music? Oh yeah, that's all done. I'm sorry to make you wait. Madame Yusoka and Miss Hiro are also expecting us, so let's head back. We leave the school and climb into the car and head to the mansion. Hey all, we're back. Speaking of which, I will be right back in a few moments. I just gotta go ahead and have a little bio break. Alright, thank you very much for being patient with me. Hey all, we're back. Oh, welcome back. I believe I must thank you. My mark has indeed vanished. I still have mine though. I mean, not that I believe that it's going to kill me or anything. It doesn't bother me at all. The face. She talks tough, but the whole time she's clenching her teeth. More importantly, Mr. Eldechii, did Zukawa have anything on her? You mean this? I pull out the old map out of my bag. Yes, that's it. It's an important family heirloom. Hiro snatches the map out of my hand without even so much as a thank you. Oh, I guess you deserve a reward. Have this instead. She takes a purple notebook from her coat. The color's different, but the design matches the red notebook we found in the shelter. It's Zukawa's diary. It was in her room. It looks like she was still sane when she wrote it. I take the notebook from her. It seems Miss Zu was interested in the map of yours, Miss Hiro. Could you tell us more about it? No. It's basically just a treasure map. Well, now I want to know even more. We should have taken a look earlier. The clock begins to chime. It's almost dawn. Everyone should get some sleep. You can use any room on the second floor. Thank you. That would be lovely. Also, I and Yosoka, you must leave this mansion tomorrow. There's no need for you to stay here now that your mark is gone. Oh dear. Are you telling me to leave you, Miss Hiro, here by yourselves? Please don't joke. Seiya specifically requested my assistance. I'm grateful, really. But those who have escaped the mark should return to normal lives. That's the dying wish of Seiya Kojo, and Mary's as well. But, Yosoka, I'd like you to help out in another way. I'm sure you know other people in the supernatural phenomenal field. Could you research the mark with your knowledge and connections? An investigation like that is beyond me. I know practically zero about spirits. This is the only thing I can think of. If Mary was still here, it'd be different, but... Yosoka stares at me silently. I stare right back into her eyes, not turning away. Fine. I'll leave the legwork to the young. I'll do what I can to help. Besides, if I stay behind, I'm sure Miss Aya would want to as well. I'm counting on you. Of course, I won't let you down. Her voice and posture exudes confidence and reliability. I'm sure it's a good part of why she's so successful as a fortune teller. However, I shall rest for today. These old bones are exhausted. Good night. Mr. Eldechii, are you sure you'll be okay without me and Madame Yosoka? Yeah, I've survived this long already. I'll manage somehow. Unease is bubbling up within me, but I push it down and force a smile. I can't let her worry about me. Okay, then I'll trust you. But you better promise me. When your mark is gone, you'll come to one of my concerts. Promise? If I get a VIP pass. Of course. I'll get you front row seats for sure. Okay, I'm heading up. Good night, Mr. Eldechii. Jeez. So you're saying I have to stay? Not that I care. I thought you didn't believe in the Mark's curse because it was unscientific. Of course, there's no way in hell I'd believe in something like that. But it's also true that I haven't found solid proof to deny it either. And Miss Yosoka and Miss Ai's marks really did end up disappearing. So I've decided to stay here and see how this plays out, that's all. It's the truth. I can see she's desperately trying to hide she's terrified of the supernatural. Ah well. I owe you for saving me, so I'll tell you a bit about it. It could be related to the marks somehow, too. Are you talking about the map? Yeah. It's sort of an underground shelter in each city. The only way for Tsukawa to find the shelter was because of this map. Not sure why she'd be eager for an old map of a facility that has been 50 years old. That's a secret. It's possible that whatever turned Tsukawa into a monster is down there in that shelter. What do you mean? I've already told you, I have no intention of giving you details. Hello, Bambi. Can we get a shout out for Bambi there? Another one of friends of mine who is also a very, very talented streamer. I'm tired too, so I'm going to bed. Hiro makes her way upstairs to the rooms. The end of our last conversation swirls around in my head. The shelter, army, Tsukawa's transforming. The deja vu I felt down in the shelter. What does it all mean? It's no use. That's okay. There we go. My brain is so tired that words are just repeating nonsensically over and over. I can't get my thoughts in order. I may as well go to bed for today. New info added to the spirit file. The road to madness, other. Uno reverse. Diabolical, baby. Okay, so let's save here. Beating me to it. Mary isn't here anymore. Should I rest for today? Let's rest. I decide to rest for now. It's been nearly a day since we found Mary. We're like a boat adrift in the ocean without a compass to guide us. 1 sec, did it say you found? Yeah. Who knows where the currents will take us? Will we find salvation at the end? Hey, Mr. Eldechii. Looks like we wasted a whole day. Is it going to be like this every day? If you're done checking here, why don't we take a look outside? Mary said unnecessary contact with outsiders could speed up the Mark's curse. And if I lose any more of my memories, I'm not sure I'll be able to function. For the past 10 days, the only other person I've spoken to is the convenience store clerk. Ah, that explains why we've only had TV dinners and snack food to eat. But sitting and waiting isn't going to accomplish anything. I'd rather not wind up forgetting my own name like you. Jeez, that's harsh. Not that I completely believe in that curse thing being real. She raises her voice hot to hide how it shakes. She's still stubbornly sticking to her denial of the existence of spirits and the Mark. But I know she's already accepted it. After all, she went through it herself last night. Ghosts and curses don't exist. Why does that have to happen to me? Eek! Hero is started by the sudden knock. A visitor in the middle of the night. I don't need Mary to know it's a mark bearer. Alright, we got another ads coming in, so I'm going to take a quick break and let those ad run. And we'll be back in 3 minutes and continue off, because I want to see if I can make it to the next start of the chapter, so we can start nice and clean next time we are here. Remember, a break for me is a break for y'all. Get up, stretch, get a drink, and we'll be back in about 3 minutes. Welcome back, everyone, from ad jail. Let's see if we clean this up a little bit, finish up, and then we will move over to just chat again in a few moments. Sorry to impose on you so late. A tall, thin man walks in. His skin is white as a sheet, and dark circles nearly swallow his eyes. It's almost like a dead person stands before us. You're Eldechii and Hero, right? I heard about you and the Mark from Yusoka before I came here. Something about Miss Zoo, too? Sounds like you had a rough night. He seems to know about Yusoka. Maybe she's following through on her promises sent to him to help us. Well, let's get introductions done. I'm Shuji Daemon. I think you can guess my occupation. Wearing this thing means I don't have to explain, thanks goodness. He gestures to the stethoscope around his neck. What kind of business brings a doctor like you here? Damon's eyes flicker over at the suspicion in Hero's tone. No need to be so defensive. I have a cursed scar, same as you. The Mark. He unbuttons his shirt to reveal a familiar mark on the left side of his chest. It just suddenly appeared one day. Though, to be honest, I never thought it'd happen to me. Maybe it's punishment for being stupidly curious about it. Curious? Did you know the mark before Yusoka told you about it? Yeah, that's right. There's mention of a strange scar in my grandparents' records as a military physician. I did some personal research. A military physician's records would mean that they'd be from the Second World War. More than 50 years ago. But that doesn't add up. Rumors of the mark only started about a month ago now. If it was mentioned in those records, the rumors would be much older. There's a reason for that. Patients with the symptoms were kept in secret army laboratory. After the war, all top-secret documents related to the lab were burned. Except the clinical records I found. A secret lab, huh? That's kind of hard to believe. Dr. Damon, you don't mean to say the mark was used as some sort of biological weapon? Every country had at least 1 or 2 soldiers who were divinely possessed. People only call on gods when they're in trouble. It was the end of the war, and they were backed into a corner. How unscientific. Don't you think so, Mr. Eldechii? We can't deny it's possible. What? Are you serious? We like to play it straight here on the channel. Anyone who's like, hey, do ghosts exist? Well, the number of ghosts we've looked at during the course of our playtime, yeah. I can see why Yosoka gave you her stamp of approval. The way you consider every possibility is indeed admirable. That open-mindedness must allow you to face the supernatural. However, it's hard to picture the mark being used as a weapon. It seems the 13th Army Engineering Lab was developing something. It was called Cannon Soldier. Cannon Soldier? That makes me think of the Bodhisattva cannon. 50 years ago, in the Buddha statues. It can't be. Dr. Damon, where is that lab? Unfortunately, I have no idea. Sorry. The documents my grandfather kept don't give any details about it. I see. Hey, Mr. Eldechii. The 13th Army Engineering Lab is the shelter Zukawa went to. She pulls out her old map. I'd wanted to keep it a secret, but as I'd rather not die from this mark, I'll tell you. This shows the entrance to the 13th Army Engineering Lab. Whoa, are you serious? In his excitement, he starts coughing. My apologies. Where'd you get that, hero? My grandfather passed path 6 months ago. We were sorting his belongings. Isn't the idea of a secret lab just fascinating? So I thought I'd look into it. And then Miss Tsuwaka stole it. I accidentally let it slip to her. She loves strange experiments like that, so it's probably stuck with her. I thought as much, though. Whatever turned her into a monster is down in that secret lab. That's a pretty unscientific line of reasoning. Using the occult to turn yourself into a monster is utter nonsense. But if there's a scientific method behind it, I'll have to consider it. I suppose that's just how she is. Was your grandfather involved in the lab some way, hero? He could have been. All I know is he was an engineer with the rank of captain. Wait, hold on. You're both grandchildren of people involved with the engineering lab, and now both of you have the mark? Yes, that'd be correct. That and our lab coats are probably all Hero and I have in common. And from what we understand, people with the mark appeared in the secret lab 50 years ago. There might be something there that'll help us find the truth behind the curse. There's also the origin of the Cannon Soldier, a name that reminds me of a statue, the traces of Miss Zu in the shelter. It might all be connected to the Buddha statues that were stolen from H Shrine. Dr. Damon gave us a lot of info. We'll have to thank Yosoka for introducing him to us. The fates are indeed mysterious. Dr. Damon, will you help us? Yes, of course. Just don't expect anything physical. Are you sick? You don't look so well. Yes, something like that. I don't practice what I preach. His dry laugh sounds deflecting. is abnormally thin. He's abnormally thin for a man his age. It's possible that he's gravely ill. So we're heading to the shelter? About that. We stopped from going further by a locked door. The strange old man was there. I doubt he'll cooperate with us, though. It'll be difficult to break in from there. Where did you enter the shelter? A manhole on K Miyachi North Road. I see. She opens the map and studies it. You're right, an entrance is there. But it seems to be another one. It's at M Now South Alley. Have you tried going there? No, I have not yet. Then let's go there. Hopefully we can get in. New info added to the spirit file. Rumors of the cannon soldier. Okay. So I think that's a good spot to stop for here for the day. There we go. And let's move us over to just chatting. I'm gonna pop that there. Okay. Well, that was fun. A little bit rough there a few times with trying to figure out the right puzzle combination, but we got it. We got it. So, with that in mind, I think, what do I have going on for the next stream? Because the next stream is going to be on Sunday, folks. I'm trying to stick to a more regular schedule so folks can find me easier. You can find the schedule either in my Discord or Blue Sky. I'll try to keep it updated as well in the actual page itself here. Let me just do a quick check on there. What do I actually have scheduled for you guys? Yep, we're looking at playing Dredge this Sunday, so that should be fun. Now, with that said, you all did manage to get the community goal of 40,000 points. Yippee. Thanks for that. I will try to schedule that sometime soon. And what I'll probably do is maybe I will put up a poll somewhere, probably in the Discord, to see what y'all would like to see me play for 24 hours. If you'd want to have me break it up. All of us versus you, we're going to win. Yeah, well, you kind of proved that. You had a whole month. You had a whole month to do it, and you did it in, what, 3-4 days? Four, not days, but streams, 3 or 4 streams? Christ, I mean, jokes aside, I appreciate that very much. It's very heartwarming to see that I have a community that is slowly building and that y'all would like to participate in events like that. So yeah, I will arrange for a 24-hour stream from start to finish. I will probably, again, like I said, put up a poll, and if people have suggestions for what they would like me to play for 24 hours, they can do that. I might have it, walk in, so like an open mic, so I can have my friends come in and join me if they want. We'll see what goes on there. All right. So then, like I said, we'll figure something out, and I'll do it soon. I'm slowly becoming known as the chicken who does the 24-hour streams. Excellent. Perfect. Cinema, as they say. All right. Well, let's take a look and see here. What I'm going to do then is let's see who we're going to raid out to. Let's see who is currently on and going. We're going to go from horror to horror because that's usually what we like to do here. So let me see who is starting. Do. Yeah, give me a half moment, folks, while I'm just looking through here. I know. I think I got someone. Let me see if I can find them. Ah, perfect. So, we're gonna raid into a very, very dear friend of mine, alright? Let me just get that raid message up running. We're gonna raid into White Crow, who is doing a horror game, Summer of 58. I want you all to give her a very warm welcome. You know, like I said, she's a dear friend of mine. So. And here's our raid message going out for all y'all. Perfect. Thank you again, everyone. We'll get that started. Remember, I appreciate you being here. Take care of yourself, get plenty of sleep, food, water, and do something nice for someone, okay? Take care.